Now, over the years, I've had success in relationships for two reasons. Not afraid to go after what I want, and I don't let rejection keep me down. Welcome to Coffee and Coaching. I am your coach, Coach Michelamonè, your certified life professional and relationship coach. And here at Coffee and Coaching, we stimulate conversations to energize relationships. And on this episode that I usually drop on YouTube on Fridays, I usually just go into a teaching, but on my coffee and coachings that I do in the mornings on Facebook or Instagram and LinkedIn, I usually read a question that has been posed to me, read the answer that I've given to this person, and then elaborate. But today I'm going to do both of those things in one, because I think that this is really important. And I want to make sure that I'm getting all of the keys and necessary nuggets that you really need to overcome this question. So before we move into that, let's talk about today's coffee. Now, I'm back at my normal coffee today because I'm waiting for my shipment to come in. This is a caramel vanilla cream, and it is made by Green Mountain. It's my basic coffee that I drink all the time because it's really yummy. It's my go-to, and I put French vanilla creamer in it. I'm out of that as well. I'm waiting for my groceries to be delivered, but I really love this coffee. It has a bold taste to it. I don't use sugar in any of my coffee because sugar doesn't like me. And it doesn't like me. So I don't put sugar in. I just use the creamer. So I use the French vanilla, no sugar sweetener, non-dairy sweetener or creamer that I usually put into the coffee. It's really good. And I've learned not to slurp on the coffee. So I have already tasted it. So take my word for it, right? So listen, let's get into today's question. This question has been posed to me a lot, and that is really because I have written an entire book about it. And the name of my book is called Rejection Saved My Life. And you can find that book either on my site. I'll drop that in the description field there where you can get the name of that book. And then you can see why I feel like I'm an authority in this matter to be able to give this answer to this person that's posed to me. And so let's get into this. Okay, so the question is, how do I overcome rejection? Well, I'm going to give you a statistic. 90% of people are afraid to ask for things. Is that a real statistic? No, it's not. But I believe it to be true. And if not, it's going to be a little bit higher. Well, we as humans, we're afraid to ask for things. We're afraid to ask for people to buy our products. We're afraid to ask people out on a date. We're afraid to ask for more money at our jobs. We're afraid to ask tough questions in our relationships. We're simply afraid because we don't want to be rejected. Rejection is this unbelievably strong thing that keeps us from getting so much in our lives. And if you experience rejection just one time, it's likely that it'll derail you from ever asking for that thing again. Most of us have had the unpleasant experience of asking someone on a date or getting rejected. Unfortunately, that horrible, empty feeling sticks with us for years to come. And for some people, the rest of their lives. But why is rejection so strong? Why is it so hard to overcome the feeling that this little bitty tiny word of no gives us? Well, much like rejection, negativity is incredibly powerful. And 100 people could tell you that you look freaking amazing today, but it's only one person that says that they don't like what you look like, and that could knock out everything that the 100 people have told you. Now, see, on some level, we all just want to really fit in. And the reason we fixate on these things like rejection and negativity is because they make us feel alienated from the rest of the world, but yet at the same time, a part of the norm. Now, when we experience it on any scale, it cuts us down to our most basic human core. Think about the last time you asked for something out of your comfort zone, or even something in your comfort zone. You probably felt a little bit of hesitation. You probably had 20 scenes play out in your mind, all of these disaster worst case scenarios, and you might have delayed your ask until you finally built up enough courage. Now, over the years, I've had success in relationships for two reasons. I'm not afraid to go after what I want, and I don't let rejection keep me down. Now, when people hear my story that I've been impressive enough that I've had 6 different men to go out, buy expensive rings, and get on bended knee to ask me to marry them. Now, I'm sure men think, wow, what is it about her that men draw to her? Or I think that some women may say, wow, 6? And I've never been asked once. Well, but they don't want to hear that I've been successfully married and divorced 4 times. And in those times, those men have mentally abused me, habitually cheated on me with women, and even one with a man. Well, what they don't hear is that I had to fight for my life to keep from simply losing my mind. And they don't know that my last husband could have killed me. Now, many people after going through the first rejection via divorce would have been done, never to desire marriage again. So I know they have never I know they never would have gone through 3 more marriages and endured 3 more divorces. So what is so special about me that I would still love and would still hope for number 5 to come along until death do us part? Nothing. I have just learned that rejection is my fuel, faith upgraded to exponential levels. I've learned and implemented some of the same principles that Christ shows us in the Word, and that is accepting the things happen to me, but they do not define me, and therefore does not dictate how I respond to them. Rather, they divinely inspire me to respond in them. Now, I tell you this story to help you clearly understand and stand in hope that rejection is not a sentence that has been applied to your life with nothing to do but accept its toll and service in shackles. Rather, rejection is a catalyst to inform and empower you to move more strategically, more powerfully, more wisely, and more timely. The key thing here is to keep moving. Now, don't you allow a rejection to keep you from what you desire, and know in your heart what you should have. Move towards your goal of relationships and all the goals in your life. So before I give you the keys and strategies on how to overcome rejection, let's talk about the thoughts of rejection. What has been your experience with rejection? How did you deal with it? Do you run from it at all costs? Do you feel it's an all-out attack when you are rejected? Have you felt rejected most of your life, even from the people that have given you life? Has rejection been a bane in your side for so long that you can remember? Do you hate it when rejection rears its ugly head? Now, if you answered just to one of those questions, you're listening to the right talk today. Because I'm going to show you today how to overcome rejection and turn it into fuel. Fuel. Fuel is my trademark acronym, and it stands for faith upgraded to exponential levels. And in other words, I'm going to show you how to build your faith and make rejection work for you and not against you. Now, these are keys to overcoming rejection. The first one is just ask. The second one is be confident. The third one is don't be afraid to ask again. Now, the bonus is, remember, you're really never going to get what you don't ask for. One thing that always helped me overcome my own fear of asking was that I believe in myself. And I believe in the things that I'm asking for. Now, if you don't believe in what you're asking for, you're never going to overcome your initial fear. Everyone wants to make good money. Everyone wants to be in great relationships, but most people are afraid to put in the work to make those things happen. There were many times that I got discouraged when I was going through those divorces. There were many times I just wanted to give up and never desire love again. There were many times I wanted to give up and I thought that relationships were not my best friend, right? And I wanted to give up on my ideas that I had for different things that I was doing, and that I thought that these things were not good. And I got negative criticism, but I believed in what I was selling. I believed in love. I believed in my life altogether. And it was more than the feeling of rejection that dissuaded me. Now, the simple magic to getting anything you want in life is just to simply ask. The only caveat is to simply asking for what you want is this: make sure you do it with creativity, confidence, and effort. Now, when it comes to selling something online, your product or service, most likely you're going to have competition. Even in relationships, you're going to have competition. Someone else is already asking people to buy the same thing you're selling. So that alone should give you validation and confidence just to ask. Someone else is going to look at the person that you want to be with. That in itself should give you confidence and validation to ask, because it's already being done. Now, but you should also think about a unique and creative way for you can ask so that your package looks more beautiful than everyone else's. Now, when it comes to relationships, confidence is simply key. No one wants to talk, let alone go on a date with someone that has zero confidence. But just like asking for things, the more you work to build your confidence and the more practice you put in, the more results you're going to see. No one becomes confident overnight or by reading a few self-help books. You have to put in the work and not give up on the first sign of rejection. The 4-time Olympic gold medalist Jesse Owens puts it perfectly. We all have dreams, but in order to make dreams come into a reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. Effort is truly a secret to success. No one has ever put in an insane amount of effort for something and not gotten value out of it. The more you ask for things in the right way, the better you're going to get at it. And the better you'll get at asking for what you want. The amount of times you hear the yes will also increase. Now, of course, you're going to hear no. You're going to feel rejected. You're going to encounter negativity. But if you truly want whatever it is that you're asking for, you won't and you should not give up on the first sign or thought of adversity. So start repeating these words to yourself every time you're feeling that inside hesitation. You don't get what you don't ask for. It's as simple as that. If you want to overcome rejection and build your confidence and faith all in one swoop, just ask and keep asking until it happens. Know that no is not final. It's simply a curl or a bench press of your faith. Keep going and keep asking to build those faith and confidence muscles. Before you know it, you will look over your life and visually see all the things you've asked for from start to manifestation. And that fear of rejection will now be a challenge of how quickly you overcome it, rather than if you do. Stand tall, stare in the eyes of rejection, and it will cower down every time. Because it does not have power over you. You have power and dominion over it. I hope that this helps. If you like what I'm doing, please like, comment, and share. Make sure that you are sharing. Why? Because sharing is simply caring. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit that button, that bell, so that you can get all of the videos that I upload every Friday, as well as meet me over at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Whatever is your cup of coffee, meet me on whatever platform you like the most, because then you'll see what I do daily. Okay, so I love you guys for real. And I really hope that you're able to overcome rejection, because it is something that can hold you back from the dreams that you really do desire. I love y'all for real. Bye.